A beginner's guide for trans. How's it going? Are you wondering things? Baby, what's up, girl? Specifically trans women. Cannot speak for trans men, but you are welcome. If you take anything from this, booyah, baby. If non-binary, take something from it, booyah. But I'm speaking for trans women because I am one. I have experience and I can speak about it. Hello, girl. What's up? I know you've been feeling a certain way. Them nipples be looking pretty good. You're probably really young, you're probably really old. It doesn't matter. What matters is, it's okay to feel this way. Let you sit in that moment for a minute. Yep. I know. Big announcement. It's okay to feel this way. What? Fucking wild. Holy shit. This is awesome. All right. So now that you feel like it's okay, now you can really take in all the juice. Okay. You are going to be in a long process. There's going to be things that you will change about yourself, and you might want to go on HRT. It's a process. Depending on where you are, it's a hard process. All right. Ireland specifically, you wait a few years, at least, for gender reform stuff, medication, shit like that. It takes a while. Okay, some other places, not so much, but I can speak for Ireland, that's about it. But regardless of that, there's a lot more things you can be doing regarding HRT and stuff like that. Your diet. There is a lot of food items that I'll put up in the description, well, put down in the description, that you can make diets with. That will boost your natural estrogen. That's pretty cool, right? I personally make like a powderized thing of, I'll put up the ingredients. I make like a powderized thing and I put it into sauces. Makes no real taste change, but it gives me estrogen boosts in my food. Pretty cool. That is gonna be the bread and butter of it, all the progress. That will be the bread and butter. My phone's doing beep beeps over there. That'll be the bread and butter of it all. But that's not everything. You can get to a very happy state with your body before you ever go on HRT. And with your mind. The mind is the most important, baby. It is. It's the most important. Because as a woman, we want to be pretty. But do not do it for society. Find out what you're attracted to. You might just be attracted to men. Fair enough. But you might be attracted to women and be a lesbian like I am. Fair enough. You might, if you're a lesbian, some of it gets confused into liking some parts of someone else and actually realizing liking that part of that woman is actually, I just like that. And I think that'd be cool on me or whatever. You know, a certain style, a certain clothing, whatever. If you're attracted to dudes, it gets, I can't really speak for that side of it as much. I can speak for the trans lesbians, but not as much for trans straights. Trans women that are just like dudes, you know what I mean? I can't speak much for that. Because I like having a dick, and I like my voice the way it is. Those are the two things that don't make me feel dysphoric. Everything else pretty much makes me feel dysphoric. And dysphoric is, if you don't know, just you're feeling the really bad feeling of the opposite gender. Like you see that gender and you feel fucking horrible, really, really horrible. You don't feel like the gender you are. And the goal is eradicating that completely. It'll take time. I think it's very hard for someone who wants to change their voice specifically a lot. I feel really comfortable and I don't feel any dysphoria at all. Every now and then maybe, but that's due to us dysphoria. It just kind of doubles up. It doubles up a lot. Remember that. Like if you feel dysphoria for something else, other things will also feel dysphoria. It's kind of like a spiral. You'll have to get used to that. Panic attacks, everything else also play into these things. You need to give yourself patience. Not a lot of people will, but you need to be the one to give yourself the most patience. So that when you find someone that has patience for you, it'll feel just as nice when you give yourself patience. You need to be self-sufficient when it comes to that stuff. That's just the full stop. Don't lean off other people. You need to be self-sufficient when it comes to your own patience. That's just written in stone, baby. Okay? Yeah, I like my dick. You might like your dick too. You might really dislike it. So if you like your dick, it plays into still you're a trans lesbian who might like another trans lesbian, but I have a dick. That doesn't correlate into I like dudes. You know what I mean? You just like that particular attachment. You know what I'm saying? Me specifically, I can speak trans lesbian. It feels very feminine. Nature is wild. That's all I can say. Nature is wild. There's nothing wrong with that. It's evolutionary, baby. To say that we're not part of evolution would be just downright narcissistic, right? Things change. Why wouldn't humans change too? So, if you feel weird about it, look into it. There's surgeries and stuff like that down the line. You have to be older maybe to do it. I would suggest that so your body grows, but that's all up to you and whoever's around you that's guiding you. Sometimes you also have to kind of go your own way because some people don't want to help you at all. If you want to keep it, specifically HRT, your balls will shrink. Yep, they'll go. You might get tits. You might not have tits. I think some people just don't have the ability to grow them. That's the thing. Mine grew crazy. I'm still on it. I've really just begun, but mine grew like crazy. So it all depends. You need to be patient. I'm noticing facial hair doesn't disappear as fast for me. So laser hair removal is also another thing you can get if that makes you feel dysphoric. Just because you know you're a woman, you don't just have to do girly things. Okay? That is a big one. You're a woman and you can like dude-esque things. Alright? Gaming. Yada yada yada. Okay? Look, you can be whatever you want. You can like whatever you want. But who you are doesn't affect any of that. Being a woman doesn't make you who you are. And for a lot of people that might feel a little conflictive. And I get that. You yourself as a woman. That's downright straight fact. But who you are as well is a different thing. Same fucking words, but what makes you up are the things that also make you a woman. But if you just choose the default womanly things, that might not be you. And you might lead yourself down a road of unhappiness of trying to please a lot of people without pleasing yourself. You know what I mean? That sucks. So the main point to take away from this is you need to let yourself be patient with things that you like and that make you a woman. Because just because you like the color pink or you like wearing high heels, you need to understand, do you like them or do you just like the fact that society will like them or someone else will like them? Is that the part? Or do you just like them? Be patient with that. Do you like womanly things? Do you not like womanly things? Do you like them for the fact that I like wearing high heels, specifically high heels. No other shoes, specifically high heels a lot. Do I like pink? Do I like the color pink? Or is it just to support the mainstream view, the mainstream societal view? Because pink, for the most part, is a very feminine color, right? Some people would totally disagree with that. And I agree, it's a color. But over time, it's been given that perspective. So you gotta be wary of your perspective, what really feels good. You know you like your tits. Okay? Cool. But do you like your dick or do you not like your dick? You need to think about that. Some people won't go on HRT at all. I was like that for a while. My body doesn't feel like it should be able to give kids. You know what I mean? I'm sterile now. That feels so much better for me. But it's also something you really need to think about. Do you want to have kids? You know what I mean? I want to adopt. That has always been since I was a kid. You know, there's someone else out there that needs help, just like I was. But if you want to have your own biological children, that have similar physiological traits as you, like psychological traits. They won't have everything, but they'll have some. And you want to, pass down your lineage. Maybe you have a very cool lineage. My wife has like an indigenous line. I cried my eyes out one night because I realized we wouldn't be able to continue it because it's so cool. It really hurt me because I wasn't the full woman I needed to be, and it wouldn't work for multiple different reasons, and I couldn't just give that to her, and I couldn't also take one in, so it just wouldn't work. You need to really sit down and think about that one specifically. I will become sterile if I go on HRT and stuff like that. You need to think about that, especially if you also get your dick removed entirely. If you want biological children, it's a hard one. It's not hard for me though as much. Like it can be emotional. It wasn't as hard for me, but it was definitely emotional. But once you take that dive, especially the surgery, it might be a little bit reversible with HRT. But I wouldn't suggest it. That's for sure. If you want to have kids, I would do that first, I guess. But if you really are a full-on woman, for me, it doesn't feel like I should be able to. So my advice would be to take the option off the board completely. But that is my perspective. That's my current mindset around it, because that works for me. It might not work for you, but pay attention to it. What does it feel like? Does it suck to not have the option anymore, but you realize, I don't like having the option? Or is it, it'll be fun? Because you could get stuff frozen, yada, yada, all that kind of stuff in the future. So it's very important to talk about this while young, because again, it's something that will affect the rest of your life. If you get it while you're a teenager, or you're going HRT when you're a teenager and stuff like that, you're not really thinking about all these things. You're not giving a thought. And when you get 25 or 28 or 30, and you realize that, it might be very devastating for you. My immediate thing to go to is adoption. A lot of kids out there need help. You know what I mean? There's a lot of kids out there that need help. But that might not be where you go. So pay attention to that. That's a real important one. So yeah, I'll probably do a few more of these. How my perspective will maybe change. I might be able to help some other people kind of feel good about it. But the main thing is, feel good about yourself. It's okay. All right? And you might be a full seasoned, full-on trans woman, lesbian, straight, whichever. And you just wanted to listen to it for fun and see if you could also pick up something up, or just wanted to see someone like me talk about it. Cool too. But that's pretty much it. So my advice to you, future person, if you don't laugh, you'll cry. So do some smiling, baby, and I'll see you in the next one.
I believe in the future. I believe in the past. I believe what you truly desire, you can bring the past. All you need is a focus and a story to hold, and the faith that you can achieve what's inside your soul.